The following production presents an overview of key information relating to the Alberta oil sands in Canada and looking at the sustainability of this issue. This video was created by SeyedehRazavi of Digital Group 8, Griffith University, Course Sustainability and System Thinking. Prime Minister is a local advocate of energy development in Canada, and in 2006 referring this country is soon to be an emerging energy superpower. The Oil Sand Project is the largest environmental and industrial disaster which is developing in Canada's boreal forest. It is in the north of Canada in Labrador, where it is a home to the largest wild caribou herd in the world. From the north is bordered by tundra, and in the south, beautiful Templeton Valley. The western border is marked by the beautiful mountains, where it is home to the greatest remaining temperature rainforest. The forest is also home for the large Aboriginal communities with rich and varied culture, who have lived remote in the wilderness of almost 95% intact ecosystem. This is Alberta tar sand, the largest oil reserves on the planet. It is underneath the forest and wetland of northern Alberta. Mining and sticky tar explosions causing catastrophic damages to environment that nature never seen before. The oil mines is as big as a metropolitan area. This is just one of the mines. 10 other mines right now. There are about 40 to 50 other approvals in process. It is good to mention, no tar sand mines has ever been denied approval. To extract oil, they pump superheated water to ground through hot pipelines, seismic lines, and drill paths. The process is highly damaging for ecosystem. It requires extremely large quantity of water, consumes significant amount of energy, cause disturbance to habitats and species, and it produces the large source of greenhouse in Canada. These developments of the mines are damaging ecologically. The oil produced from this method produces more greenhouse gas emission than any other oil. This is why it's called the world's dirtiest oil. This is why Canada is now number 3 in terms of producing carbon. Syncrude Corporation is just one of the corporations in sand oil industry in Alberta. In one of the tailing ponds, pumps 250,000 tons of this toxic junk every single day. That's creating the largest toxic impoundment in the history of planet. These tailing ponds are massive toxic wastelands that are built on Athabasca River, causing toxic to aquatic organisms, mammals, and also destroying boreal forests. Athabasca River drains downstream to a range of Aboriginal communities. Toxin is found in the food chain of these people. The toxin in the food increases cancer, cardiovascular disease up to 10 times the Canadian average. It also has increased suicide rate. More than 232,000 people live in Aboriginal communities campus. These people are intrinsic links between the connection of people to country and culture. The spiritual health of individual and social health of community is threatened. Not only national treasure, but also part of Canadian national heritage, which holds cultural values for both Indigenous and non-Indigenous, are being threatened. Alberta tourism drew more than 35 million visitors each year, which contributes millions of dollars to local community. Indirectly, tourism creates approximately 139,000 full-time jobs. Tourism could potentially suffer from ecosystem damage caused by development. Commercial and recreational fisheries could damage by falling fish stocks resulting from disturbing the natural system. The boreal forest is the best defense against global warming and climate change. It hides away more carbon than any other terrestrial ecosystem. By eliminating the boreal forest, which is a huge greenhouse gas absorber in the world, and then converting it to a greenhouse gas generation project. This project is oil that will generate more greenhouse afterwards. Athabasca River, very incredible habitats, bird species, wild bison, which are critical habitat for other whole range of other species, are threatened by massive amount of water pollution. They're also creating incredible toxin burden, which are leaching into the food chain of other species downstream. Who pays? Environment, fisheries industry, tourism industry, locals, Canadians, Indians, global populations. Essentially, this project is about oil. Oil companies make enormous amount of money. But who pays for the environmental, social, and economic costs associated with global warming? What has been changed? But is this enough? Northern Pipeline project was given approval by federal government as long as 209 conditions are met, some of which address environmental concerns, but none of which address climate change. This is what every one of us needs to do. We must be dedicated to maintain a natural, safe, and sustainable environment so that our children can enjoy the same resources and beauty that we have for generations.